This is Rugby Merlin and welcome back to the channel. So week 4 of the Six Nations 2025 and I foresee drama this weekend. It's a very big weekend. The first two games are huge and a potential banana skin in the last game. So we're at the stage in the tournament where the games really mean a lot. You know, there's no coming back from this now regarding the results. So the first game up I think we have is Scotland versus Wales. Scotland hosting Wales up in Murrayfield, and Darcy Graham is back in the Scottish side, which is nice to see. He had a terrible head knock with potato head Finn Russell a couple of weeks back, but yeah, he's back in the side, so that's nice to see. But Wales with an unchanged 15, and you got to say that the bounce maybe will continue with Wales. It's going to be a big ask, but Scotland under immense pressure, and I think people underestimate how much pressure Gregor Townsend is under as coach. I think if it doesn't go well this weekend, then it could be curtains for him. He's been there a while now. Scotland kind of missed certain opportunities that they've had under his tenure, and I think if Wales can pull off a win, which they're capable of after the performance against Ireland, then we'll go into predictions at the end as always. But yeah, Xander Ferguson is there. You know, he potential Lions tight head. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Moving on to Ireland versus France. Now, this is by far and away the pick of the games this weekend. Second in the world, playing fourth in the world. So the three players for Ireland on their 100th Test cap: O'Mahony, Healy and Murray. Healy and Murray on the bench. O'Mahony is starting, so he's going to be fired up for this one. And Doris is back. Keenan is back in too, and I think he's going to play a key role in how Ireland play, because France, you know, they mixed up the game a little bit so far this Six Nations, but they're still very much kick for territory team. And Keenan's positional play is exceptional and second to none really. So he's going to have a big impact on how the game goes. If he plays well, I think Ireland will play well too. Beelam is in, Sheehan and Porter. Tag Furlong not back yet, which he'll definitely want to be back for the last game, I think, next week, especially with the Lions selection on the line. Yeah, Aki and Henshaw in the midfield. Now, I do like this combination. I think they do complement each other quite well. Ringrose obviously is an out-and-out 13. Henshaw can play either inside centre or outside centre, but I think they'll do very well against the French, even though they got some big boys there. And Osborne is on the wing. Now, that was the most surprising selection for me, because you know, Osborne is not an out-and-out winger. I thought he played very well at fullback against Wales, but yeah, with the speed, and France have Penaud and Biarri playing on the wings. So a little bit surprised about that. Might leave Ireland open to attack on the wings, but we'll have to wait and see. But Ontomac is straight back in the side for France. Barre is out at 15, and Ramos moves to 15. So I was a little bit disappointed for Barre, and he's not even on the bench. France have opted to go for a 7-1 split on the bench, which I was surprised at. It seems a little bit risky considering the stakes, but there you are. Luku is covering the entire back line. So will that blow up in France's face? We'll have to wait and see. But that's all I got for France and Ireland. I think it's going to be a very close game. Again, predictions at the end. So finishing off the weekend, we have England versus Italy. England hosting Italy. Jamie George gets his 100th cap at home. Very nice to see. Genge, of course, starting at loose head, not tight head, and Stewart in at tight head. So that's going to be interesting to see how the front row goes. Yeah, apart from that, England have made a few changes. Finn Smith is still at 10 with Mitchell, his clubmate, Northampton. So, yeah, I think Smith has been doing well. But, Marcus Smith, he got like a little bit of a sniff, but then he's back on the bench, covering the other boys. In the centre, you have Dingwall, who I don't actually know much about, but apparently he's a pretty good all-round player. And Lawrence then. Daly at 15. Now this surprises me a little bit. You got Freeman, Slight home, and then Daly. Daly, he's a great player. He's done very well for the Lions. But Italy's strongest point, the centre and their back three. That's their strongest kind of aspect of the game. They try to play at a high pace and set the backs free. A little bit like Scotland, really. And but then you've gone for an older, whose legs probably not their positional play, probably good. But I think that might be the undoing of England. And again, predictions at the end. But a bit of a surprising selection, bringing Daly in at 15, I think, for England. So my predictions are Scotland, Wales. I think Wales will get the win. I've got to go with it. I mean, after that great performance, heroic defeat last week, Ireland pulling out of the fire at the end, Pendergast doing a great job. I think Wales will actually get the win up in Scotland, and that will actually throw Scottish rugby into a little bit of turmoil. But I'm going to go for Wales. 26-23. So that's your first bit of drama. Second bit of drama, Ireland, France. I think Ireland will beat France. France have not done well when games are close recently, and when they're on form and the opposition is not really there, they've done fantastically. They look like a Rolls Royce, but when it gets down to crunch time, they haven't really performed. I expect it to be the same way this weekend. I'm going to choose Ireland to win by 2 points. Let's say 28-26, the classic score. And then last of all, England and Ireland. England and Italy. I think Italy will they'll definitely take the lead in this game, I would say. But I think England will eventually just pull through. But it'll be a wake-up call for them, because they were very lucky to scrape through against Scotland. And Borthwick doesn't know who his best side is, and he's had plenty of time now. So Borthwick will come in under a little bit of pressure. I'd say 25-21 to England. So those are my predictions for the weekend. It's going to be a very exciting, very dramatic weekend, I think, of rugby, and I'm definitely going to stay up and watch the England, the Ireland France game live. So I hope you guys enjoy it too, and cheers.